Hey guys, okay, so we're getting so close to Christmas and I'm getting so excited. I absolutely love the Christmas season, Christmas time, even if I don't do a whole lot. We don't really travel anymore, but it's kind of nice just to have that festivity in the air and just kind of family and just thinking about what's important and like reflecting on the year and memories. And so I don't know if this is already a tagged video. It might be. I have no idea, but if not, I'm going to tag you all to do this video. And it's the Christmas memory video where you describe your favorite Christmas memory. And you know, I thought about a couple different ways to kind of do this. I was like, maybe I could act it out, perform it, like, you know, write a story about it, do a monologue on it. But you know what, the best way I thought was just to tell you, because this was such a great memory for me. And in my last Ask Trisha, someone asked me my favorite Christmas gift, and this was definitely one of them, and it was a trip to Graceland with my father. I was 17 at the time, and my dad and I, you know, weren't always the closest growing up, but I've loved him so much, and he's always loved me. It's just, it was just hard because he lived in LA, or California, and I lived in Illinois, and so I didn't get to see him as much, and, you know, he bonded more with my brother just because they're guys, and you know, what have you. But, and he got married, and of course, you know, that whole situation's something I don't really like to talk about. It's not a great situation. The woman he remarried, and just a lot of jealousy and hurt feelings. But I think now we're at that point where it's just, we're kind of over that. And I think this was, oh, my Elvis went down. It was my little background, but I think we're just at the point now where we're just kind of appreciating each other and fall back there. Okay, well, anyways, that'll be back there. Where we're just sort of like appreciating each other and really just, you know, letting the past be the past and just moving forward. Even though we're not always going to get along and stuff, we're still in a really great relationship right now. And so this is great because we went to Graceland when I was 17, my senior year of high school. It was just me and my dad. And even though I love my brother wasn't with us for some reason. I don't know where he was, but he didn't come. My mom and my sister were at home with my mom's husband at the time. And then I have no idea where his wife was, but usually he brings his wife everywhere with him. So it was just me and him. And that was super special because we never get to be alone together ever. So this was probably the last time we've been together and one of the first times we were alone together. Anyways, I had this great idea because my dad is a huge Elvis fan. Now, as you can tell, when my dad was younger, he liked to style himself after Elvis. There's my dad, and that's my mom on their wedding. And my dad he actually sings like Elvis, and he does karaoke like Elvis. He's just a huge Elvis fan, and in turn got me to be a huge Elvis fan as well. And I don't have a lot of pictures with my father, which is super sad to me, and I was thinking I need to take more. We just don't take a lot together. This is really like the only picture we have together. We did have one in Graceland of us standing in front of the Lisa Marie plane, but I have no idea where that's at. I must have given it to my father because I do not know, but it's my dad and my dad's dad, my grandpa and his wife at the time, and me as a little baby. So just to give you an idea, my dad was definitely an Elvis fan. He styled himself as after Elvis. He used to talk like Elvis. He sings a lot like Elvis. He's like this Elvis aficionado. His house is like Elvis everywhere. He's pretty much like the ultimate Elvis fan and an amazing guy. But anyway, so I was like, let's go to Graceland. It was something we always bonded over, and so we went down for 3 days. My dad had flown in to Memphis. I flown to Nashville. My dad came to Nashville to pick me up and took me down to Memphis. So we drove down there, and it was so much fun. We stayed at the Heartbreak Hotel, which is this super cheesy Elvis hotel. It was so cool though. Like, it has like TVs of like Elvis movies playing all the time. There's this restaurant right by it that has this like pink limousine that comes and like picks you up and takes you to this dinner, which was really awesome. We did that too. My dad went full out for this. We did the whole like pink limo experience. I can't think of the restaurant right now, but we had fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches were just amazing. Those were like the first time, and it was absolutely amazing. And yeah, that was like our first night, and we got there. We got to stay in one of the themed suites. I mean, the whole trip, mind you, people thought we were like dating because I was 17, so I pretty much, you know, looked like I do now. I mean, I had my blonde extensions, like I was wearing makeup, you know, I actually wore more makeup back then than I do now. So I think the whole trip, everyone thought we were like a couple, which is going to be that thing when you go out with your father when you get older. It's just everyone always is going to think it. It's awkward. My sister and her dad go through the same thing. But yeah, that's also what I remember. It's like, oh, when we take a picture, you guys are such a cute couple. We're like, we're not a couple, like she's my daughter, but whatever, he's my dad. So we did that, and then we also got to tour like Beale Street and stuff too on our final day. We did like BB King's and that whole thing, which was really fun. But the actual Graceland and the places where they had Elvis's cars was my absolute favorite. But this was at Sun Records. There was my Pecatonica cheerleading jacket. This is at Sun Records, and you see this a lot in movies. This is where like Elvis, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, like all the greats went through. Mr. Sam Phillips, and that was really cool. We got to see the microphone that the $1 Million Quartet recorded at. That was really exciting. Let's see here. This was the outside of Sun Records. And Graceland and Memphis in general at Christmas time is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh. They decorate Graceland full out as if he was still living. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Just some more Sun Records. We got to go inside of Elvis's plane, which he named Lisa Marie. And again, I had this really great picture of me and my dad standing in front of it, where someone thought we were a couple. But it was a great picture. And this is just some of the insides of his plane. You can't really see. And unfortunately, I don't have more. I mean, I wish I had more pictures to show. But it was just a really great experience. We got to see the pink Jeep. We got to see all his cars. We got to see, you know, the Elvis radio station broadcasting from there. We got to see an Elvis impersonator contest, which was awesome. They have this thing, called Elvis Week in January and in August, and they had like a little mini Elvis Week down there just for this Christmas, and they never do that, but it was really, really cool to see. I wanted my dad to compete in the amateur because my dad is really good, but he's actually really shy about that stuff, so he didn't. Unless he has a couple drinks in him, but he doesn't drink anymore. So, but yeah, and then we toured Graceland. I got to see where his body was, and he was next to his mom, his shooting range. It was so cool. It's like, when I get a house, I'm going to design it after Graceland. And it was just a really amazing Christmas. And we were actually down there for Christmas Day. And it was just beautiful and wonderful. And it's a memory that, like, always lives as, like, one of my greatest times. And I really want to go back. I haven't been back since. And I just want to go back because I just remember it being such a happy place and such a happy time. I don't know if it was because I was with my dad or because of the time of year it was, or what, but it just was a really great thing to bond with, and it was probably my greatest Christmas memory. And I know it was just me and my dad and not my whole family, but luckily I've been fortunate enough to be with my whole family every Christmas, so I definitely don't take that for granted. But it was just something different and something cool. And this year we're just keeping it low-key, you know. I'm going to be spending, as I mentioned, Christmas with my mom in the morning and my dad in the evening, and my brother and my sister all out here, so we're really blessed and lucky. And of course I always get to see my friends throughout the holiday, which I never have time for, and I need to make more time. So anyways, this holiday season, I urge you all to spend time with the people you love and reflect on what a great year it's been, you know. Even though it may have tough times, look at the positive and think about how great next year is going to be, and this time next year how much you're going to grow, because every Christmas I see myself growing of where I've been and where I'm at. So I've grown a lot since the Christmas I went to Graceland with my father, but it's still a memory I have. So you're all it now. Let me hear your greatest Christmas memory. And it just feels really good. Like, I've been in a really happy mood all day because I knew I was doing this video, and I was really excited just looking at pictures and talking to my dad about the experience. Also too, my background, I had gotten this that Christmas. My Barbie loves Elvis. Two of my loves, Barbie and Elvis together. Anyways, I can't wait to hear y'all guys' Christmas responses, and do a video response, do a comment, leave it, whatever. I love hearing it, and keep the smiles coming, and Merry Christmas to you all, so, and a Happy New Year, and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, God bless.